Hey guys, good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome. We are in MFS and this is my second time flying this plane. Well, hopefully the second successful flight. I've had one successful flight, but this aircraft is such it's a plane that you have to babysit. So usually I don't have time to spend a lot of time monitoring throttles and power on the plane. So although this aircraft is quite nice, I've not had a lot of time in it. So hopefully everything goes well today. I'm just gonna pop this over here. So today we're going to be doing a flight from Washington Dulles International Airport and we are going to be heading over to Atlanta. All passengers are on board, so we're just getting ready to push back in a few seconds there. Beacon is on. Hey Mike, how's it going? Sorry, I'm not going to be super chatty on this until I'm actually in cruise because I am so new to this. Alright, we are pushing back. Okay, engine number 2. Okay, so we're going to wait till our ITT rises 20 and then we're going to introduce fuel to the right engine. And that's 20. Fuel on. How's work going, Mike? May not turn a little bit too late, but it is what it is. Starting left engine. That's 20 on the ITT for the left engine. Fuel introduce. APU coming off. Stabilizer trim, yaw damper, and map trim. Now I did this very same flight earlier, and I didn't put on the anti-ice, so I didn't get too far. So for this, I'm just gonna go ahead and put it on straight away, even if there's no icing. Alright, flight controls check. For left, center. For right, center. Full up, full down, center, rudder. For left, center. For right, center. Flight controls check complete. Flaps 8 for takeoff. And we're going to clear some of the warnings with the start button. There we go. Our trim is 5.8. That's fine. Not gonna forget this time, Mike. I try not to embarrass myself too often on streams. I'm allowed one embarrassment per year. Task light is on. Brake check. Brakes working. And where's my navigraph so I can see where I'm going? Okay, so we're gonna taxi straight out to the end of this taxiway, make a right, and then hopefully depart. Man, this thing is flying already. 10 knots. Are you guys hearing me okay? Mike really appreciate the config files for the window the wing views. I need to get the same for the Airbus checklist. Man, this thing is flying. Hello. Where is it going? I think I have this turned on to realistic, so I don't want to hit him. Okay, right turn here. It's an offline flight, but I still have ATC turn, not ATC, AI traffic turned on. We're taxiing at 22 knots and it feels like we're flying. I feel like I'm in a Concorde. Okay, take this turn off here. And we went wide. Oh my days. Alright, maybe the next one. Jeez. I'm gonna get my license revoked for that. Alright, there we go. Much better speed. With these weathers, I'm still trying to get used to it. I've got to put my feet really far down to hold. I'm gonna have to get with you and find out how to lower it because it feels like I'm actually using high heels. Alright, let's see here. Strobes on. Flight director on. I've got a 38,700 feet. I'm going to 40,000 feet. Okay, that's too much. 41. Alright, let's see here. Flight controls check, thrust reversers, that is done. Brake temperature is fine. And we're gonna do a cross feed manually so we don't have any fuel imbalance on takeoff. And let's go. What am I forgetting, Mike? I guess we'll find out soon enough. Let's see, wing, anti-ice, don't want to make that mistake again. And probes as well. Okay, let's go. That's us. Whoa. Not funny at all. Gear up. Flaps one. So far, so good. Flaps up. Manual crossfeed off. Reverse is off. Landing gear is up. Let's hope this time we make it to flight level 400. F9 should freeze my track IR and I can look around. It's sent, Mike. Is it lagging for you? Because it seems to be lagging a bit for me. Yeah, the ground. Do I speed this up myself, Mike, or does it normally speed up on its own, because it's still showing that I have FMS 188. Is that it? Yeah, it's still showing I've got 188 locked. I'm gonna increase it to 240. That should be fine there. Cheers, man. This is what I'm talking about. It's so hard to come from seeing this, then to go to other sims and have less. This is the one thing that you can't fault MFS on. Now all we need is some chase planes so that my head movements are only restricted to inside the cockpit. That way I don't have to keep freezing track IR. I think officially I've made it much further than I did in the first one. That's 18,000, which is our transition level where we go to class A. Where's F9 to unfreeze? Barometer is set to standard. There you go. And over on the first officer side, the same as well. There we go. Perfect. So we've got 443 miles to go. We've got a headwind. Oh my, so we're actually doing 25 knots. 25 knots headwind. It's not too bad. Earlier it was like 80 knots, so I do hope that it doesn't get as bad. Yeah, I'm gonna get the Shartlets. It's the only aircraft I'm actually really using in P3D. But I don't know. It might be another 2 months or so that we might have to wait. I'm more excited about the EFB than the Shartlets though. I've seen all the things that you can do in the EFB. You can call GSX from the EFB now, which means you don't have to go into the menu. So that's really, really cool, because then I don't have to use the shortcut, which I think was Shift and F12 to call GSX. But man, they've taken it to a new level. It all depends on the pricing though. What about yourself? Are you is that gonna bring you back to P3D? You got jokes. The last tutorial I did was for Pushback Express. Tutorials are a lot of work and a lot of talking. I like doing them, but sometimes you've got, like, how to put it. When I did the one for Pushback Express, I did that at three different airports. I did it at Frankfurt. I did it at Amsterdam, and no, it was two. I did it at Frankfurt and Amsterdam, but I did three different tutorials in one. And you can tell that halfway through the first one, my voice was going flat because I was so tired that I just had to do everything over without any kind of audio, then do voiceovers. Otherwise, in one I was like super excited, and then in another it was just like, oh god, shoot me now. I don't know if I can make it through this, but we'll see. I haven't done a tutorial on this, and usually I would have done one on this, but again, because of how much babysitting you gotta do with this aircraft, I really don't know how to fly it. It'd be a miracle if I actually get this down on the runway. For this bird, I need FS2 crew, man. That is going to be an insta buy. Not even thinking about it. I need FS2 crew for this thing. Most of the time, it this kind of reminds me of like a hybrid between a Dash 8 and I don't want to say Airbus. It's a Dash 8 and something else. What is it? Maybe it is a kind of like a hybrid between the Dash 8 and the Airbus. The only thing is that I'm so accustomed flying the Airbus that I just set the throttles and forget about it. And with this, most times I go with max, forget about it, and then I'm like, why isn't she slowing down? And then the order that you engage the autopilot, speed, autopilot, and then nav. Since the update though, I'm not getting. Remember, I was getting double double route sync. Since the update, I'm not getting that anymore. Hey Chief, thanks. How are you? Is this sticking on your end? It's not sticking on my end, but I'm looking back at it and it looks like I'm getting buffering, even though it says excellent connection. I'm gonna check my phone and see how it's doing. See, I've got the same issue again, Mike. Once I get to 27,000, the plane doesn't want to climb. Because like right now we're doing what? 800 feet per minute. And I've still got another 22,000, well, 12,000 feet to go. By the time I get the cruise, I'm probably going to be in Atlanta. Let's see here. Yeah, it seems okay on my phone. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna make 40,000 feet. I'm gonna cap it at 30,000. Performance needs 30,000 VS. That's fine. $30,600. 30,000. There's no way she's gonna make it to 40,000. I've not had this before, so I have no idea why she doesn't want to climb. I don't think I kept any doors open. Nope, everything's closed. Man, I am not doing that for Atlanta. Atlanta's like 1400, and to do that for Atlanta, it's gonna take ages. Let me see which Navigraph. And let's see Atlanta. Sorry if it looks like I'm going away, but I didn't freeze track IR. Alright, so that's 30,000. On United, I'm gonna change my cruise level to 30,000 as well. Nope, just change it to 30. The thing is, I can't change the cruise in packets, so they're never gonna get any they're never gonna get any service. But oh well, they can starve. And my speed is getting away from me, so we go manual on the throttles. Or should I try again? To 40,000? Put it to what, Michael? Is that what it is? Hey Charlie, how's it going? It doesn't say here though what I have it as. Ah, okay. It's not showing up though. Before it was. Ah, okay. I don't know. I've got 382 to go. This is gonna be painfully slow. I'm gonna see how fast I can get, and then see if we can go up to the final 40,000, the final 12,000. And I'm not heavy, so I don't get that. Oh well. Back to P3D after this. Thanks for joining us, Charlie, so you can see my misery. Alright, so once it gets to about 280, then I'm gonna see if I can resume the climb. And now I got the turbulence. Turbulent button in. Alright, so we're going to be landing on 27 right in Atlanta, and I need the localizer or the frequency for the ILS. I think it could be an internet thing though, because for some reason it looks on my end like it's really slow. Even trying to go through Navigraph is painful. Alright, ILS. Oh my gosh, ILS. Here we go. So I'm going to be going down to 2,700 feet, and it's 111.3. I'll put it in for the backup one as well. And same for over on the first officer side. Alright, 280. Let's see if I can do a 500 foot per minute climb. Oh my gosh, this is painful. Alright, 500 foot per minute. Oh, I missed chase plane. Oh my gosh. Chase plane, once you would start playing with the knobs, it would stop bouncing. It's funny how you don't miss things until you don't have them anymore. Alright, so let's see, that's 33,000. Alright, that's 40,000 in. I hate how the scrolling is for zooming because it messes up everything else. Alright, so F9, I'm gonna freeze that there. Let's see the chat. I agree, man. Chase plane, the minute I start playing with knobs on the MCP, chase plane stops all that bouncing about stuff. And if you have you noticed that with the buttons for the lights, they don't click. They shape the same way like the ones on the MCP, but the MCP you can click on the left or you can click on the right for it to move. For the lights, like for the illumination on the MCP, the overhead and stuff like that, and none of them would click. You literally got to turn a mouse on it, and if you're doing that, and with track IR my head moves, if I go off the button, then I'm zooming in or I'm zooming out too far, stuff like that. Alright, so we have 342 miles to go. We're getting there. Why is it descending even though that I have it in a climb? Yeah, there it goes back to, oh, I guess it's because of turbulence. But for some reason, it's doing more than I told it, and there it goes back down again. This is gonna be a minute, guys. Oh man. Now, generally, when I am flying, I am doing chores and stuff while I'm doing that. And you can't leave this plane for a minute. It just took over with the speed and it changed the speed to 260. I'm going to go max and see if it can go up for the next 9,000 feet. Alright, let me unfreeze some track IR and put it back into nav. Do I risk it? Let's risk it. At least it doesn't simulate you blowing an engine, I hope. Yes. 1,000 feet per minute. .326 miles to go. This is going to be pretty much like baptism by fire. I really should have taken this up after the update to see. Because earlier I thought it was just the icing issue that I had. Let me see if I take off these, if it tells me anything about icing. No, it doesn't. For now. Alright, so we're doing 1200 feet per minute. Yeah, I like living on the edge, Mike. I had to risk it. I'm still puzzled as to why is it not trying to climb at a steeper pace to hold the 260 knots. Well, the 250 knots. Alright, I'm gonna come out to max and put it back into climb. So once I've got speed, I'm comfortable because I can always trade off some of it for altitude. If I don't have speed, then I'm in duck guts. Alright, let's see here. For climb, bleeds an APU set, that's already done. Let's check descent, path signs, landing gear, blah blah blah. This has one of the most confusing checklists I've ever seen, even compared to the Dash 8. Indeed. When I was in flight school, they were like things that you always want to have: altitude, speed, runway, and fuel. Fuel at the airport is no use to you. Altitude above you is no use to you. Speed above what you have is no use. You can always trade off the speed if you got a glide for altitude. And if you're too high, you can trade off altitude for speed. I'm always giving Johnny grief about how slow he's going. I feel like driving Miss Daisy just trying to climb. My speed is coming back down, so I'm gonna increase it a little bit just so I don't drop beneath it. 302 miles to go. Yeah, come on. I'm surprised that Airsoft didn't put in the coffee and the newspaper like they did with the Airbus though. I kinda miss that. I think they started serving. By the time I get a cruise, it's time to come back down. It is that painfully slow. Let me check. Nah, they had drinks, and they're satisfied. They are 98% satisfaction. I'm not gonna get 100% satisfaction on this flight. I can talk to the cows come home. It's not gonna happen. I actually had 100% on a landing. I think it was with the 787. Hard pass on the damn cover newspaper. I don't know. I think the flight crew coughing is a bit creepy. And I see there's an option in here for flight deck noises. I haven't even turned it on. Where is it? I think it's on the next page. Yeah. So I've got cabin announcements turned off, flight attendant turned off because I'm using packets. And then it says flight deck noises. I got a feeling that's just the first officer spreading his TB. Nobody want his tuberculosis. especially in these times you're in a cockpit and somebody coughing all the time. Eee. Let's see what else. Load season starts from flight plan. Load performance data and flight plan. Ah, there we go. 39,000. We made it. Did I put it back in here? No, I did not. So let me just put it in there. 40,000. There we go. Alright, so I should have a fix on where to descend because it doesn't always give me a top of descent. So we are flight level 400, 40,000 feet, and we drop the first the three zeros multiplied by 3, so that's our top of descent, which is 120 feet, 120 miles rather. So let's see here, what's my range? I think this one is my range. Yeah, that's going down. I want to go out. Right, so I don't know if you can see those dotted green lines, that dotted green circle. So that's where my top of descent is going to be. I don't trust the aircraft to tell me where it is, so I kind of work it out just as a reminder if I don't see the TD, because I remember a couple times flying and I didn't see the TDs. So I've just put that fits in there just to let me know when to start my descent down. I'm also going to do one for about 30 miles out, and that's where I should be at 10,000 feet. So to do that, I'm just going to click on my fix. I have one there, so that's the first one for 120 miles out, and I'm going to put another one, KATL, for 30 miles out. And these are just visual cues for me to know. Let me watch my speed. These are just visual cues for me to know where to actually do my descent. And I find it quite handy because you're doing so many things on this plane. I mean, like, you've got pretty much all the planes in flight simulation is built for 2 pilots, and you're doing so many on this one particular that even if I had FS2 crew, I probably would forget where to descend. It's not like Boeing, which it automatically starts descent once it reaches its top of descent. So that does come in handy for myself. We got 265 miles to go. I actually like the MFD here for the main reason that I can choose what I want displayed on it. So you can see, like, my next waypoint is Flask, and then the one after that, and I'm 27 miles from Flask. I'll get there at 21:40, so in another 14 minutes. I'm doing 426, so I'm doing 383, so I've got a headwind there of 28 and 23, so about 51. So whereas the dash sheet doesn't give you that much information about it, this just gives you a whole wealth of information, so you have a little bit more situation awareness. For the MFD, I go into the MFD menu and I choose on. There's a VNAV one, but it gives me a bit more information than what I want. So if I actually click it here, you'll see then it changes, and then it has like my descent, I'm going to descend to 9,000 according to the instrument approach that I'm doing. Not the instrument approach, but the star rather. I'm getting too slow, so I've added a little bit of power. But while this shines in terms of the technology and stuff like that, it does not give me the sounds of the Dash 8. And that is where the Dash 8 shines, because there's no aircraft in the same, whether it's a modern airliner or otherwise, that has such nice sounds. Anyways, guys, for all those just joining, thank you very much for tuning in. Misery loves company, so you'll probably get a good laugh on my approach. Lord knows I'm going to need all the help I can to get it on the runway. I've got new rudders, thanks to Mike's suggestion. I've got the MFG crosswinds, and they're like wearing high heel shoes. And yes, I have worn high heels once to college, so I know what it's like. So if you missed it, we took off from Washington Dulles Airport. We're going to be landing in Atlanta Hartsfield. We're just about 245 miles out. So our top of descent is going to be in another 125 miles. We're going to be shooting the ILS approach for runway 27 right. And then we're gonna call it a night. It's now 11:29 p.m. here. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day where you are, or night, or morning, especially if you're in Oceania. Speed is running away again, so I'm just going to reduce the throttle slightly there. See if we can bring it back down to Mach 0.73. And let's start setting up for the descent. So we are going to be descending down to 2,700 feet. Going too far. Oh my gosh. That's 2,000. 23. 25. Gosh, this is painful. So that's 2,700 feet. For the decision altitude, I have nothing here. it's going to be 275 on the heading. Localizer frequency is 11.3. I've got it in the standby as well as the active. Come on the active nav, on nav 1, nav 2 I've got it in active, not on the standby one. Good, so we are all set up except for the speeds. Performance, so 211 is our safe speed without flaps, and we're going to be doing an approach at 136. I'm going to add probably 10 onto that, so maybe 146, between 140 and 146 depending on what's going on there. Got a bit of turbulence, so my speed is all over the place, but that looks good. Okay. Hey Johnny, welcome. I'm in your bird, but God, it's frustrating. I can't move, I can't stay outside too long. Otherwise, my speed either drops or increases. How are you doing? The eyes have it. Johnny should go buy a lottery ticket. Cause I'm streaming, which is once in a blue moon. How's your day going, Johnny? What's the ceiling on this thing? Can this go to 42,000 feet? Charlie, I just saw that you subscribed. Thank you so much for subscribing, man. Appreciate it. And I promise you, my streams are not usually this heads down, but I'm scared of this aircraft. Alright, so let's see. We've got 194 miles, so 70 miles, and then we start our top of descent. And hopefully this won't be a train wreck. Oh, flight 410. I had hell getting to 400. Yeah, I'm good there though. Johnny, how comes my landing elevation isn't showing up now? I tried doing it. I tried doing it from the top. Well, not my landing elevation, my decision height. I can't get in. It used to come up somewhere down here. Oh my gosh. But now it's not. Now it's my landing elevation either. I'm getting slow again. What's Zaxby's? Is that like crackers? Alright, I'm gonna freeze tracker here because it's getting annoying every time that I look on the next screen to read what you guys are saying. My cockpit moves. Okay, it's frozen. Alright, talk to me. What's that speed? So it's sauce. Is it like meatballs or something? I'm making notes because when I come to the States, I'm gonna get fat. Then come back and lose weight. Is it better than Chick-fil-A? Buffalo wings? You guys have all the good, nice restaurants. Fast foods, rather. All we've got over here is Burger King, McDonald's. What else do we have? No, we don't have Wendy's. That's the States. We have. There's another one that we have. I can't remember what the name is. We've got Dino's. I have never in my life gone into a fast food restaurant and asked for a salad. And it will never happen. Ever. Yeah, I love me some Chick-fil-A. When my wife traveled to Atlanta not last year, year before, she brought back about six to no, it was eight of those spicy chicken breasts. Heaven, man! Every day I was eating Chick-fil-A, and I'm like, so when you going back? She's like, but I just got here. It's like, yeah, and I'm out of Chick-fil-A. First time I ever had Chick-fil-A was 2009. I had Chick-fil-A, I had Wendy's, I had, what else did I have? There was another one. That's the first time that I ever saw chicken so cheap. I mean, like back home, if I had to buy, say, a snack box, which is two pieces of chicken, fries, and a juice, a small juice, it will set me back about maybe seven US, 7 8 US. When I ate US, there got me like a big meal back in 2009. Wait, Chick-fil-A gone marketing? I don't remember having their sauce though. I just remember eating the food, but I'm not really big on sauces. Like my daughter, she likes ketchup. If I had to get a sauce, it would probably some mustard sauce or something like that. But I'm not really that big on sauces. So Mike, there's my fits coming up for my top of descent. Actually, and it says just behind it, my top of descent there. Sweet. It didn't tell me that on my last flight. Well, then again, I didn't get that far, but still. Chick-fil-A gone corporate. There used to be there used to be a store there. I call it the rich people store. I've been in it a couple times. They had the best what do you call it? There's something like crushed peas like in a kind of paste. Whole Foods is the name of the store. Every time I went into Whole Foods, I buy three things and I will come out so broke. It was like, yeah, this is a rich people place. I can't afford that on a student budget. So there's my 120, my 120-mile mark, and then just about maybe 5 miles behind it, I've got my TOD. So I will start my TOD right where it says TOD rather than my marker, my fix, because what I've found is that if I descend before, I never get that indicator that tells me what descent rate I want to have. Getting slow, so add a bit more speed. Add a bit more power rather. So tell me, when I come back to the States, where are the places I must go? Chick-fil-A definitely is one. That is a must. In fact, before I even get to the hotel, I need to find me a Chick-fil-A. Is there a Chick-fil-A in Los Angeles Airport, Michael? I think he might have gone back to work. Alright, let's check on these passengers. 95% satisfied. I am going to be arriving about 10 minutes early. So ahead of schedule. No, not diverging. Let's say about 10 minutes.
Like that, we're very slightly out of schedule.
What's the name of the sauce? Just Chick-fil-A sauce? Is it spicy? I don't want no sweet sauce. I want something that has kick in it. Sweet. Sweet. On the departure or the arrival side? Because I know Miami, no, it's Atlanta has it on the departure side. Alright, let me unfreeze tracker here. Charlie, are you the guy with the 737 cockpit? I can't remember. So it should have an indicator pop up soon telling me what my descent rate should be. I think that these markers are a little bit out because I put my marker at 120 miles and I'm now actually 120 miles out and I'm actually inside the marker rather than just crossing it. Okay, I'm going to be going through clouds, so cowl anti-ice on, wing anti-ice on as well, because we ain't taking chances in MFS. And there's my indicator. I need to do 2,000 feet per minute for the descent. And reduce the power a bit, and we start our descent down. Increase it to 2,500. That should do. Ah, okay. His sim looks really good. So then if it's departure side, that means I need to find one as soon as I come out. My kid's gonna be meeting me at the airport, so he'd better walk with Chick-fil-A and not cold. It needs to be hot. My bones are cracking. I thought I was the only person that did fast food Friday. No fast food for me this Friday though. My daughter, she's probably gonna be home tomorrow. I had to, not me. The school called and asked for her to be picked up because she wasn't feeling well. So more than likely she's gonna stay home tomorrow as well. Okay, so I've got another marker now for 30 miles out. So once I reach 30 miles out, it should be at 10,000 feet. Well, I'm gonna be to the States. I just got an error. YouTube is not releasing enough video to maintain smooth streaming, so I am going to close this window here. Um, we're supposed to be coming to the States in October. So we have a trip booked for going to Hawaii, and then on the way back, I'm supposed to meet up with Mike. So we'll probably spend like a week in California before coming back home. Where in the States are you, Charlie? I think it should be able to read that from there. Okay, seatbelts are coming on. Dial the speed back a bit as we are going a little bit fast. Can you hear me okay? I just shut down some of my windows. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. I gotta pass down that side as well. That's my old stomping ground, so remind me that you're in that area when I tell everybody I'm going to Atlanta. Alright, so I am gonna arm my reverse search now because I probably will forget. And I've got my cross feed on again for that fuel imbalance issue. Reduce my descent rate a bit. Sweet. There might be a bit of lag. Right now, I am 63 miles out. This green circle that you see there, that's 30 miles out. And this is okay, 17,000 feet. Start to slow down so I can get under the 250. Is this saying I'm paused? I'm not paused. Not sure why. Alright, let's get our speed down to about 220. 210 is fine.
Ladies and gentlemen, the flight crew has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. Please return to your seats and fasten your seatbelt. The flight crew has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. You can now get up and move about the cabin. However, we ask that you keep your seatbelt fastened when using in case of unexpected turbulence.
Okay, that's 10,000
Begin
feet.
our final descent to Atlanta. Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin to collect any trash one final time. Please ensure tray tables are stowed and seats are in a full upright position. Please also store any carry-on items either in the seat back pocket or under the seat furniture. Please complete all Wi-Fi related tasks and stow any larger electronics.
I think I might have passed it already because the stream might be a little bit behind where I am. I think we used to go to that lake for the training area in for doing stalls and stuff like that when it was in flight school. Alright, flaps 1 coming down. Is it still like a slideshow?
$2,500.
It should be higher at this point, but oh well. We'll take it. I don't know. Every time I come into Atlanta, I seem to have issues. Next, that was yeah, something not right. I'll take over. I've got a discontinuity. It looks like. I'll play the rest of it. Approach off. For some reason I decided to go somewhere else, so we are gonna do it manually. That's our runway over there. So I need Maxon. Okay, so we're looking for 27 right. That's our airport. Let's go for taxi. Gear down. check. And this is where it goes squarely. It's so bouncy.
200.
Uh, oh my days, this is bad.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20.
We ate the whole runway, guys.
10.
What? The bird. Oh my days. What is that? Oh my days. Well, the good news is we made it to Atlanta. The bad news is aircraft is not
Number
usable again.
1202, Atlanta. The local time is 7:18 p.m. and it's currently about 70 degrees Fahrenheit. You cannot use your mobile devices. Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the seatbelt sign is turned off.
That was
Remember to be cautious
horrible.
when opening the overhead bins. Items may have shifted during the flight. As this is your final destination, we thank you for flying with us and we hope to see you again soon.
Alright, strobe lights are off. I can't see jack up here. Strobes off, these coming off. And that can come off. Start the APU. Reverse is coming off. That was awful, guys. I am just gonna put this thing at this gate here and call it a day. This one. That's light coming off. Flaps coming up. And I'm going back to P3D. I have not done a landing like that in ages. Where is it?